They thought the old man on the porch was harmless. But when those fake HOA cops tried to intimidate him, they triggered instincts honed by decades of military black ops and learned what silence looks like when it strikes back. Most people in the neighborhood only knew Grandpa Ray as the quiet old man who spent his mornings feeding birds and reading the paper. He didn't talk much, not about his past, not about what he'd done before settling into that small ranch house on the edge of town. But that peace shattered one afternoon when two men in fake police uniforms rolled up in a black SUV marked HOA Enforcement Unit. They claimed there were property code violations and demanded entry into Ray's backyard. When he calmly refused, one of them smirked, hand resting on his holster. "Sir, we can make this easy," the taller one said, "or we can make it official." Ray tilted his head slightly. "You boys ever trained for entry control under stress?" The fake cop frowned. "What's that supposed to mean?" Ray stood up slowly, his cane tapping against the porch wood. His movements were smooth, controlled, too controlled. What the intruders didn't realize was that Ray had spent 30 years as a special operations instructor, training elite soldiers in urban countertactics and hand-to-hand disarmament. Within seconds, the air shifted. The taller man reached for his fake badge, but Ray had already stepped inside his reach, twisting his wrist with precise, surgical motion. The weapon hit the ground before the man even processed the pain. The other stepped back, startled, and froze as Ray calmly dialed a number on his flip phone. Minutes later, two black SUVs rolled in, real federal agents. They'd been tracking reports of fake HOA imposters targeting veterans. "Thanks for the confirmation, Colonel Reeves," one of the agents said, saluting as they cuffed the imposters. The neighborhood buzzed for days afterward. No one knew who Ray really was until someone Googled his name and found his military service file classified under Special Training Division. The next morning, Ray was back on his porch, newspaper in hand. When a neighbor asked what happened, he smiled slightly. "Just a training refresher," he said, sipping his coffee. Sometimes silence doesn't mean weakness. It means readiness.
I am Liam, and trust me, the next HOA story is even worse. Subscribe now.